Imagine walking through a dungeon when suddenly, click, a pressure plate triggers and arrows shoot from the walls. Or you're exploring an open world and a strong gust of wind blows you off a cliff. These aren't just background details, they're mechanics. From destructible environments to dynamic weather, games are packed with environmental and interactive mechanics that shape how we play. But what makes them effective? How can they create emergent gameplay? And when do they become a frustrating mess? Let's break it down. Environmental mechanics are systems that let the game world react to the player, or even act on its own. Unlike core mechanics like jumping or shooting, these are built into the world itself. Some are simple, like crates you can push in The Legend of Zelda. Others are complex, like the gravity gun in Half-Life 2, which lets you turn the environment into a weapon. The key difference? Interactivity. When done well, environmental mechanics give depth to the gameplay. They make the world feel alive, unpredictable, and full of possibilities. Some of the most memorable environmental mechanics come from physics-based interactions. In Portal, momentum carries through portals, letting you solve puzzles. In Breath of the Wild, objects follow realistic physics. Boulders roll downhill, trees fall when cut. This creates emergent gameplay. Players can experiment and find solutions that even the developer didn't predict. Weather and terrain can also change how we play. In Red Dead Redemption 2, rain makes roads muddy, slowing down your horse. In The Witcher 3, storms create rough seas, affecting your boat. Even something as simple as Minecraft's snow covering the ground can impact visibility and movement. When environments react to the player and to the game world itself, it makes everything feel more immersive and dynamic. Sometimes, the environment fights back. Dark Souls is notorious for its environmental hazards, collapsing bridges, rolling boulders, and bottomless pits. These aren't just obstacles, they force the player to pay attention. Great environmental hazards don't feel unfair, they reward awareness and mastery. In puzzle-heavy games, the environment often holds the solution. In The Legend of Zelda, using fire, ice, and electricity on different objects changes how puzzles unfold. The best environmental puzzles make players feel smart, not just because they solved the puzzle, but because they understood how the world works. So, why does all this matter? Because interactive environments turn players into problem solvers. A game with static environments feels predictable, but a game where the environment reacts and changes, that leads to creativity. Take Metal Gear Solid V. Enemies react to time of day, weather, and even the player's own tactics. If you rely on headshots, they'll start wearing helmets. If you sneak in at night, they'll carry flashlights. Environmental mechanics are at their best when they give players freedom to adapt, experiment, and master the world around them. But environmental mechanics aren't always perfect. If a game's physics are too unpredictable, it can lead to frustration. If an environment is too interactive, players might struggle to understand what's actually important. The key is clarity. Players should know what they can interact with and how those interactions will work. If a puzzle's solution feels more like trial and error than logic, the system might need refinement. Great environmental and interactive mechanics make the game world feel alive. They should encourage experimentation. Players should be rewarded for thinking outside the box. Be consistent. If fire burns wood in one area, it should burn wood everywhere. Feel fair. Environmental hazards should challenge players, not punish them unfairly. From Zelda's clever puzzle to Dark Souls' deadly traps, interactive environments transform how we play. The more alive your game world feels, the more players will want to explore it. So next time you design an environment, ask yourself, how can it do more than just sit there? That's it for today. What's your favorite example of an interactive environment in a game? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into game design. See you next time.